Oh, champ. Run up these likes. Run up these likes. Welcome to Big Gotham Gang, the main second channel. Things are getting crazy, and we're here in the town, Gotham. Apparently, Jim Jones just disrespected one of the OG Billies by the name of Mandu Warrior. Apparently, Mandu Warrior is the brother of the person who put Jim Jones on to the non-trade Billy Badass Bloods. Okay, he's an OG. Alright, apparently he had something to say about Jimmy and his take on Hocus 4/5's Drop My Flag challenge, because Jimmy says that Hocus 4/5 ain't have to drop his flag to display the message that he was conveying. Is Jimmy in the right? Is Jimmy in the wrong? Let's take a look at what he said to Fat Joe in regards to Hocus 4/5's Drop My Flag challenge first.
I see. Let me ask you a question.
All right.
So have you been seeing Hocus 4/5 doing the put the flag down?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
To each his own. You heard? But I think it's a way to do everything. I think that the positive message that he's trying to push, he didn't have to drop his flag to do so. You heard? Like, we in a war right now. You heard? And us being in the position and for the things that people see us for is either going to work two ways for us. Negative or positive is how you paint the picture. I've been turning this picture into a positive situation for a long time. I ain't the perfect person. I know what I chose to get into. I know the brotherhood that I'm a part of, and I know why I'm here. The reasons I started with are not the reasons that I'm ending with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a real solid place where I can help a lot of these kids that grew up misplaced and just in the hood with nothing to look forward to, and nothing. Like, I can help.
That sounds good and all that. Trying to keep your street credibility, but Jimmy, you about to be 50 years old, gang. Talking about we at war, champ. Are you actively standing on business in this war, bro? Like, seriously. If there is a war with the non-trades and whoever, or what have you, why in the world are you even discussing that, for starters? Even though that could be broad for anything, right? That could be a broad statement, like we at war, right? But Hocus 4/5's whole thing was, hey man, we gotta dead the Ricos because they Rico spamming. The feds is Rico spamming. Everything is a Rico. If you non-trade, if you Billy, if you Brim, Bloodhound, Brim, 5'9" Brim, if you any of these gangs, these sets, or what have you, you're pretty much at risk of being put in a RICO just because you are a member of a gang. You know, any little thing, even if you throw up the signs, if you wearing certain type of clothing or what have you, listen, they're gonna classify you as being a gang member. Even if you're not in the gang, you could be put in a RICO just because you look like you was in the gang. You see what I'm saying? Things you put on the internet and etc. There was a good reason why Hocus 4/5 did this. Alright? And I agree with what Hocus 4/5 is doing. The only problem is you're gonna have a lot of Jim Joneses who are gonna have a problem with the whole situation. Just saying, like, it ain't just Jim Jones. There's another person, there's a Crip member threatening Hocus 4/5 and etc. that he going at it with. I think his name is Loki Shmula or something like that. And they've been going back and forth. You know, so again, you're gonna get a lot of Jim Joneses who feel a lot differently about what Hocus 4/5 is doing. And that's the only issue with this. Because to be technical, this Drop My Flag challenge is mainly for the youth, so the youth don't destroy their lives. Trying to really do away with the gangs, but there are members who call themselves very upstanding people who got a problem with it and will continue to have a problem with it. Unfortunately, this is a touchy situation more than people would like to understand. But let's keep it going.
Yeah, I can help offset that. And even if I can help one person, then I know I did my job. And maybe that one person can help somebody else. But people put themselves in certain situations, and I don't know certain situations, so I just don't want to talk bad about nobody that's probably trying to get himself out of whatever he's into. But I do know for a fact that this is a little bit deeper than dropping the flag for me. You heard? Like I started something that has destroyed a lot of lives, that had put a lot of people in danger. Like I know that wholeheartedly. I take accountability for everything that I do. You heard? But in the flip side is that I'm still here and I'm still moving with my brotherhood and I'm showing them a positive thing. What I've done has not been done where I'm from.
He kind of proving Hocus's point though. He says, I understand that I've helped destroy things. You've done a lot more than destruction, because Dipset, you know, they came in jacking Nontre. Everybody in Dipset is Nontre. They came in on Nontre business. At the time that Dipset popped off, it was very peak in the whole gang war era of New York City. Bloods, Crips, Latin Kings. You couldn't even wear certain colors at that time. Early 2000s New York. You couldn't wear certain colors. It was very political and it was very strict when it came to gang politics, and the Bloods had the city under pressure. $150s every other day to get initiated into the gang, into the set, right? All types of things. This is what directly came from what Dipset was pushing. Unfortunately, this is the truth. So, doing away with all this, dropping it, putting it to the side, Jimmy doesn't see any reason to do so, even with the damages done. But OG Mandu Warrior, original Billy, OG, when this whole UBN thing started, he had something to say about what Jimmy told Fat Joe about Hocus Focus Drop My Flag Challenge. Take a look.
And this bird motherfucker right here, Bird Gang Bird,
the New
right?
York Sword,
Pigeon, Park Rat. He talking shit, talking about the homie Focus didn't have to drop his flag to deliver the message because, and his reason for not dropping the flag because Damu at war. What war this motherfucker been in? What yard he been in? Huh? This motherfucker say he never even been to jail before. You know, the war where? What war you been in, homie? Because I ain't seen you on no battlefields, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, in order for you to be official UBN, you do have to go to jail, specifically Rikers Island, where it all started at. 1993, New York, where United Blood Nation was created. Now, all blood sets in New York is not claiming the UBN, just so we're clear. Not every blood set is UBN. There are UBN blood sets and etc., but all of them are not a part of the United Blood Nation. But in this scenario, you know, he's jacking the same exact gang that Jimmy is jacking. Not the exact same one. He's from the Brooklyn Nontres, apparently. But Jimmy's on the Harlem side. Doesn't matter. Truth be told, he was a part of the original Bloods when the Bloods was created with CK and all them, right? Killer Kevin on them. He's one of the original members. So he is criticizing what Jimmy's talking about and saying, Jimmy, you ain't been in the yard or nothing like that. Now, OG Mandu is not a nobody. People know who this guy is. He has ranked 1,000%. I'm telling you.
Fuck up, Damu. You look real cute, sucker ass nigga. I challenge your ass. I'm gonna give you a challenge. How about I'll bust your ass and then you drop your flag? Huh? How about I come to your block? I'm from Brooklyn. All right? I'll fight you right on Lenox Avenue. All right? Beat the shit out you, fuck your little ass around, and show you some wall shit. All right? And be careful how you respond, motherfucker. Be very, very mindful of how you respond. Because I'm coming to the block. I'll fight you on your block for free. We ain't got to do this for no money. We ain't got to do this for shit. And when I bust your ass and you lose your shit, you drop your motherfucking flag. You talking about you want to been in war? I want to see how much war you been in.
That's some big homie to little homie type of dealings. Because right there, what he's pretty much saying is he's going to put you off of Billy. That's what he said. He's doing an OG thing and said he gonna put him off the set. Evidently, without, you know, anybody jumping on him to put him off. He said he's kicking Jimmy out the whip. Evidently is what the OG is saying. He's saying, listen, you scrap with me, and if you lose, you gotta drop your flag. That's some real OG stuff to say. I ain't gonna lie. Let's keep it going.
You going against the warrior then? Bird ass nigga. You ain't on nobody line up. You ain't no big homie motherfucker. You ain't got no bitches. You ain't even got a star or a rim. You ain't got shit. You just there. You the fucking bag boy. One of these niggas kept you around that long because you was paying out the ass, motherfucker, but you about to go broke. You ain't got no little homies around you. Every time I see you on motherfucking television, peeking and sneaking around, you ain't around no motherfucking body. Where the little bloods at? What wars you stopping? And you talking that war shit. Where was you at when the Billies was getting it on, huh? You wasn't nowhere around. You wasn't for no war in the yard, and you definitely wasn't for no war on the street. Stop fucking fronting like you.
Man, he going in. I ain't gonna lie. But truth is, Jimmy has not been locked up. Once again, when you hear about the UBN specifically, mostly Bloods in New York, in order for you to really be Blood official tissue, you have to get locked up. You gotta go to Rikers, Sing something. Facts. It's just how it is, man. As far as the respect is concerned from people who are originally in these gangs, it's people that I personally know will tell you the same thing. Yeah, you gotta get locked up, champ. You dig? People do jack Jimmy. Don't get it twisted. They jack Jimmy. It's not like Jimmy is not someone who gets some type of respect in the town. I mean, I know the internet does what they do, but the internet ain't the real world neither. You know, it's different from being in the internet versus being in real life in the streets. You dig? Jimmy gets his respect in the streets, but not by everybody. And because of situations like these is when you have OGs stepping in to talk crazy to him and challenge him in such a way. Just saying.
Bust your fucking guns like that. You don't let your nuts hang, bitch boy. You's a bird. Remember, you the capo of the bird gang, nigga. You's a pigeon. Fly, you son of a bitch. Stupid motherfucker sitting around here doing the devil's work. Yeah,
he going crazy. But Jimmy has something to say about that. Jimmy got up in them comments and said something very crazy to OG man do. And here's what he said. He said, who is this nigga? Who's OG? This is LOL. This nigga dealing with a lot of trauma. I know his throat hurting from all this SMD he doing. LOL with the laughing emoji. So Jimmy just straight up disrespected, bro. And let him know, hey man, how does your throat feel though? You dig? Now did he accept the challenge? No, he didn't. Will he accept the challenge? Who even knows? I'm pretty sure he's gonna bypass all that. However, Jimmy responded in an incredibly disrespectful manner just to show him that he is with whatever. I guess, will it end up being a squabble of sorts? I don't know. But this is very interesting, though, is what I will say. This is interesting. This is going in a different path, but this is also what's going to end up happening because of this drop your flag challenge. You're going to have people threatening other people. You're going to have people in their feelings about it. You're going to keep having this situation. So, unfortunately, because this is happening, there's people who's going to catch feelings about it. This is just how it is, bro. And this is why, again, the whole drop your flag challenge is the touchy subject, because what y'all gotta realize is this: there's people on the streets who want to be there. There's savages on the streets who want to be there. There's people who really wanna be demons. They just wanna do that. That's what they wanna do. This is what resonates with them, and they wanna do it. So you're not gonna get the message out to everybody. Everybody not gonna understand the message because they don't operate in that frequency. That's just not the type of time that they on. And they want to continue to push this, even in old age. That's just how it is, man. Out west, you got people that's banging in their 50s, 60s. Still to this day, probably going to take it all the way to the grave. You have that. That's mainly the OGs for that matter. You dig? That's just what's going to happen. You feel me? So, in case you don't understand what's going on, this, to me, looks like an OG who's trying to put off somebody who they claim is not official, in that he's gonna knock his block off and make him drop his flag, right? So we're gonna see what happens in, but I do want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about all this in the comment section. How do you feel about Hocus Pocus drop your flag challenge, and do you think that this challenge is gonna lead to some negative things like this continuously happening? Man, you let me know how you feel in the comment section. Also, make sure you're hitting the like, sharing the video. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor. Doing it only real New York Mayor F. Eric Adams. And you rocking with the town favorite Troll Face News, Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Hit that like, share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.